Hey everyone, welcome back to the Handmade Homestead. It is day number 4 of the Every Bit Counts challenge. Let's go out to the garden and see what's good. I think we're going to make some pickled peppers.
It's been a pretty rainy summer, but it's been a really hot summer too, and that's a really wonderful thing for growing peppers. These are actually not a pino pepper, so think jalapeno pepper but no heat. They're productive and they're really tasty peppers. Some of these you see are also hot peppers. So I brought them all inside, kind of sorted them. Now I've got to clean that counter off because I have to get ready to start chopping. Just a quick note, the lines you see on the pepper, that's called corking, and it just tells you that the jalapenos are ripe and ready to use. They will get red if left on the vine, but they're perfectly tasty. When they start having corking, you know you can use them, they're already hot. So I'm going to finish sorting these, get these into the sink, and scrub them up. We want to start with something clean. Those Ajvarsky peppers are really nice too. Those are the big ones that you see here. They're a sweet pepper, they're really crisp, they make great pickled peppers. Because I'm working with hot peppers, I am going to wear gloves. Even if I'm careful not to get my hands near my eyes, I found that the hot peppers really do burn my fingers for like a day or two after I've worked with them. So it's always best to wear gloves, at least for me. I'm going to slice these pretty thick, including the Ajvarskys. I'm not going to take out the seeds on the jalapenos, just the other peppers. And I do use the tops too. I pull off that stem piece, but I use that top piece of pepper. Tastes perfectly fine. I really try to have no waste in my kitchen as much as possible. And I am going to save some of the seeds from these peppers. They are an heirloom variety. I really love them. They're my favorite pepper, and I can grow them next year as well. Now I do add some stuff to this bowl. Rather than putting the spices in the individual jar, these are crushed red pepper flakes from peppers I've grown previously. That is garlic that I have sliced thinly and frozen. I also added some black pepper, some dried oregano, a little bit of salt, and a little bit of sugar just for flavoring. I'm going to raw pack these vegetables, but no matter whether you raw pack or hot pack your vegetables, make sure that the vinegar you use has at least 5% acidity. That means you shouldn't use homemade vinegar because you can't test it well to know for sure. So use store-bought, either white distilled, apple cider vinegar, doesn't matter, it's totally your choice. I'm using the recipe from the Ball Canning Complete Book of Preserving for this, but it's just a basic vinegar brine. It's pretty much 1/3 water, 2/3 vinegar. But look at the recipe and follow those directions for your safety. I do pack the peppers pretty firmly in the jar because once they've been through the water bath canner process and they're cooked, they're going to kind of shrink up, and I don't want jars that are half full of liquid, half full of peppers. So I push them down, but once I add the solution, the vinegar brine solution, I do go back, debubble, readjust, make sure that there's not so many peppers in there that they interfere with the headspace. I try to leave about a 1/2 inch to 1/4 of an inch, right around there. I do have a video that shows how you can use the threads on the jar to measure your headspace. You don't really need a ruler. The jar threads actually have that 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, and 1 inch marks on them by the rings on them. You can go back and find that in my shorts if you're interested in seeing it. I love that this is a small batch of pickled peppers because I have a shelf full of cowboy candy, which is my family's favorite. But sometimes in some recipes, you really don't want all that sweetness that you get in cowboy candy. So these will be just perfect. I think, 5 jars is probably all we need until next year. Any more peppers that come up in the garden, we'll just eat fresh or freeze. because again, we try to have nothing go to waste in our kitchen. So I did have quite a bit of extra brine, and you're going to see me jar this up, cap it, stash it in the back of my fridge, because you know there's so many more canning projects that are coming up before the end of this garden season, and I'm going to need this brine. So it won't waste, it won't spoil. Back in the back of the fridge it goes, and it's ready for next time. It's been a really hot day, so I think that is going to be it for my Every Bit Counts Challenge pantry items that I'm adding today. Drop me a comment below and let me know what you're adding to your pantry or what you plan to add this month during the challenge. I would love to hear your ideas too.
The Handmade Homestead can be found on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, and we look forward to seeing you there. Remember to like and subscribe. It helps so much, and we appreciate your time.